Good evening. My name is Amy Todd with Amy's Creative Wishes. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. And tonight, I'm going to be making 2 cards using the Free as a Bird stamp set. You can find this stamp set in the Annual Catalogue. The reason I chose this stamp set is because I received a request for 10 cards and she wanted them to be birds. So, what better stamp set than the Free as a Bird stamp set? And here are the cards I'm going to be making. So there's this one. I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but I did emboss the card front. And there's the inside. And this is the other card. And there's the inside. So these are the 2 cards we're going to be making tonight. If you have any questions, please comment below, and hopefully I'll be able to see your questions and I can answer them. If not, I will answer them later, because I go back and I read all the comments later. So for the first card, which is this one, I'm going to need a piece of cardstock. This is Evening Evergreen. It's 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. I have a piece of Very Vanilla. I forgot to mention, in the sample cards, I used Basic White, but tonight I'm going to try Very Vanilla. So I have a piece of Very Vanilla that's 3 5/8 by 4 7/8. I have another piece of Very Vanilla, which I die cut using the scalloped contour dies. So I used the second to the largest. Cut that out of Very Vanilla. I have a piece of, I think it's just cork. It's called cork paper. Yes, cork 12 by 12 specialty paper. And that measures 1 5/8 by 4 1/4. And then I have a piece of ribbon, and this ribbon is the Diamond Weave ribbon. I'll be using this ribbon on both cards tonight. So let's get started. Let's start with our stamping. So I'll get the 2 vanilla pieces. And I'm using the large stamp that has 4 birds. I apologize about my lighting. I'm in a different spot tonight, and I guess my lighting isn't as good as I would have liked. So I'm going to stamp that on the die cut piece. I'm using Early Espresso ink, or no, sorry, not Early Espresso ink, Soft Suede ink. And then I'm also taking the Hello out of the same stamp set and just stamping that in the bottom right corner. And I'm not stamping any sentiment on the inside because she wanted these cards to be blank so that she could use them for any occasion. And then, oops, shouldn't have closed that. There's a single bird in the stamp set as well, and I'm going to take that and stamp that on the inside of the card. Now I can close it up. I'll be using the same ink pad for the second card as well, but just so I don't get ink everywhere, I'll close it up. And now I'm just going to color, and I'm using my Stampin' Blends to color these images. So for this one, I'm using dark Old Olive for the leaves, light and dark Crumb Cake for the branch, light Highland Heather for the flowers, and then dark Daffodil Delight for the beaks. So let's start. I'm going to start with the dark Crumb Cake, and I hope you can see. I'm just, at the bottom of the branch, I'm doing a very thin line of the dark Crumb Cake. And then with the light Crumb Cake, I'm going to color the entire branch. And then the leaves, like I said, dark old olive. I want to say, if you're new to stamping and you're interested in seeing catalogs, please message me and let me know. I can send some catalogs in the mail. Right now we have an annual catalog and a July to December mini catalog. It used to be called the holiday catalog, but now they call it July to December mini. And if you have any questions, like I said, please write your comments, write your questions in the comments below, and I will answer them as soon as I can. Hi, Carol. Yeah, I haven't used this set in a while either. So as I was saying earlier, I got a request to make 10 cards, and she wanted them all to be birds. So it forced me to pull out an older set, and I really like this set. I forgot how much I like this set. So, yeah, I was forced to pull it out. It's, it's great to use all the new stuff in the mini catalog, but every once in a while, it's good to go back to the annual catalog. You don't want to forget about all the wonderful products that are in the annual catalog. So, I was happy when she said she wanted birds. I was like, perfect. I know exactly what set to use. Oh, I missed a leaf. So I'm using Highland Heather for the flowers. And I missed a leaf, so I'll get back the dark old olive. Oh, and for the birds, I forgot. For the birds, I'm using light and dark Pool Party. So I'm going to start with the dark. And actually, I'll show you on the large bird. I'll be doing the same thing on the smaller birds, but hopefully you can see a little bit better on the larger bird. So I'm taking the dark Pool Party, and I'm coloring the majority of the bird with the dark Pool Party. So all of his wing, all of his head, and then just sort of a circle, or an oval, I should say, around his chest. And then I'll take the light and color the chest. So it just looks like he has, not a chest, his stomach, the stomach. He just looks like he has a lighter stomach. And I'll do the same thing on the smaller birds. I think I'm going to have to order new Pool Party blends, because this one wants to keep taking the whole thing out. Anyway, so yeah, I'm just coloring with the dark Pool Party so that around his stomach So, take the light, So, hopefully you can see that all the stomachs are lighter. And that is about it for the stamping and the coloring. Now it's just putting the card together. So, take my card base, fold it in half, take my bone folder and give it a good crease. And I'm going to start with the cork paper, which actually, if I remember correctly, is actually longer than the 4 1/4. So we'll just put this to the right, not all the way to the right, but leave about 1/8 of an inch. Here we go. And I can cut off the excess. And there we go. And I want to put this ribbon, I don't know if you noticed it here, but it's just at the bottom, along the bottom. So I'm going to take some, unfortunately I'm still using snail. Take some snail and just put it across the bottom. And then I'm going to take some dimensionals and pop this up on the front of the card. Okay. So I don't know if I have anybody watching from Edmonton, but if you're in Edmonton, I'm actually going to be at Kenilworth Craft garage sale tomorrow, selling all my old retired items and some stuff that's not Stampin' Up, some old stuff that I've just never used. So if you know where the Kenilworth, I've just misplaced, oh, here it is. If you know where that is, stop by, say hello. I'd love to meet some of you in person. That would be great. If you don't know where it is and you'd like to know, just message me. I can let you know. Oh, thank you, Jennifer. Hi, Jennifer. Thank you so much for sharing. I appreciate that. And that's it. The card's done. It's pretty simple layout. It's quick and easy. That's why I designed it like this, was so that it'd be quick and easy. I can get multiples of them done. So far I have 2. I'll be making 3 more of each one. Because as I said, I got a request for 10 cards. So these are going to be the cards. Okay, now for the second card, I have a piece of soft suede, 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. And I have, I think the camera's picking it up, I have embossed it with the, I think it's called Timber embossing folder. So now we're going to fold that in half, give it a good crease. And this card is going to be this way. Now, take the Very Vanilla piece. Remember, this measures, oh, I didn't tell you. This measures 2 1/2 by 4 1/4. So we are going to take the soft suede ink again. We're going to ink up our large bird image. And I'm going to stamp that pretty much in the middle. And stamp the hello. Bottom right corner again. And while I have the ink out, let me stamp my single bird for the inside. And there we go. That's it for the stamping. Now I'm going to color these birds pretty much the same way as I colored the last ones, only I'm doing different colors. So instead of Pool Party, I'm going to color the birds in the crumb cake. And the flowers are going to be in the dark Daffodil Delight. The leaves are in light Granny Apple Green. And I think that's it. Because the branch is also going to be in a crumb cake. So let's do that thin line with the dark crumb cake. And then color the rest of it with the light. And what did I say? Light? Yeah, light Granny Apple Green for the leaves. Jennifer, I actually haven't started work yet. I thought I was going to be starting this week, but they're sending me materials to work from home. So like a computer and a printer and things like that. And I haven't received them yet. So I have to wait to get those items. And then I'll be able to work from home. Okay, so now I'm using the dark Daffodil Delight for the flowers. And you might notice in my picture that I originally left the birds uncolored, but I decided later that they needed some color on them. So I decided to I'm going to do the beaks with the dark Daffodil Delight as well. I decided to just do some light coloring. I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up. I wish I had better lighting in here. But as I said at the beginning, if you missed it, I'm working in a different spot tonight. My craft room, because of getting prepped for the garage sale I'm attending tomorrow, my craft room is a disastrous mess. So I have to clean it up, and I just haven't got around to doing that. Oh, you know what? I don't think I used the dark. I think I just used the light. And then I used the color lifter. So are any of you in the Edmonton area? I know where you are, Jennifer. I know you're not. But anybody else that's watching right now, or any of you in Edmonton? If not, tell me where you are. Where you're watching from. Okay, so now, hopefully you'll be able to see, I'm taking the color lifter. And where the stomach is, I'm just doing in an oval motion to get a lighter stomach. know if the camera picks that up or not, but although it takes a little bit of time for the color lifter to work, but the stomachs are going to be lighter. Here, I'll show on this one. And now what I'm going to do is, oh, I got to do this bird. I forgot. Oh, Carol, you're in Connecticut. Nice. Well, thank you for joining me, all of you. Carol and Jennifer and who else did I see? I think I saw... No, maybe it's just the two of you. I thought I saw other people. Anyway, now what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to take my scissors, and I should have brought my smaller ones, but anyway, I'm going to take my scissors, and I'm going to rough up the edges. And if it tears, that's okay. That just gives added character. So see, I'm just roughing up the edges. I don't know how well that's focusing. Oh, I thought the lighting in my normal room was bad, but this is even worse. I really apologize. Oh, well, that tore a little more than I would have liked, but that's okay. As I said, it'll just give some texture and some character if it's torn. Okay. So now that's all torn up. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on the inside. We're almost done this card too. Both of these were very quick. Mind you, it helped that I pre-embossed the card base, and I had to do that because I still can't fit my stamp and cut and emboss machine, the Big Boss or the Mini Boss. I mean, I had to use the Big Boss for this embossing folder, but I can't fit it in my screen here. It's just too big and too high. You wouldn't be able to see what I'm doing. So what I'm doing now is I'm taking the parts that tore, and I'm just kind of playing with it and giving it some character. And then that is going to be put on with dimensionals. And as I said, I'm using the same ribbon. Let me get a dimensional in the middle there. Using the same ribbon, only this time I'm not even sure how long this is. It doesn't really matter how long it is, but let's say about 4 1/4. Doesn't really matter, and I'm just going to fold it in half. And as you can see, I've cut both ends at a slant. And you saw me put some snail on the back of this. And I'm just going to stick that down. And now I will take the backings of the dimensionals off. And now this gets put up towards the top. maybe 1/4 of an inch down. And there we go. There's that card. So let me know what you like better, the white or the vanilla. I think I like the vanilla better because it goes nicer with the ribbon, but let me know which you like. I did white and vanilla for both of them, for both cards. And as I mentioned, if you have any questions, please reach out to me. I'd be happy to answer any questions you may have. Or if you don't have any catalogs and you live in Canada and would like some catalogs, I can pop some in the mail for you. Just let me know. You can either message me via this Facebook page, Amy's Creative Wishes, or you can email me at amyscreativewishes@gmail.com. If you like the cards and you want to purchase some of these items, maybe you don't have them already, like the cork paper, which I love. I just love that paper. It feels like actual and looks like actual cork, but it's paper. It's, here, I have a scrap piece here. It's just like crumb cake color sort of on the back, but it's just beautiful paper, and it die cuts nicely as well. I didn't do that tonight, but it does die cut nicely. So if you'd like to purchase any of these items, you can shop on my online store, amyscreativewishes.stampinup.net. Or if you prefer, I can place an order for you if you're not comfortable with online ordering. Just let me know what you'd like, and I can place the order for you. And it can be shipped straight to your front door. So, oh, you're very welcome, Carol. Thank you again for watching. I appreciate it. And if Jennifer shared this video, and I really appreciate if you can share my video. You never know who out there might like to see something like this, and maybe has some questions. Somebody might have some questions or is curious and interested and starting to stamp if they haven't already. You never know who's out there that would enjoy these videos. So please share them. I would greatly appreciate that. It helps me out. And that is it for tonight. I didn't see anybody comment whether they liked the white or the vanilla better, but that's okay. That's it for tonight, and you'll see me again next week. I'm hoping I'm going to be starting my new job next week. As I said, I'm waiting for some materials so I can work from home. So I'm hoping to start next week, and but regardless, you will see me here at the same time, Friday, 7 p.m. Mountain Time. With some more cards. I will probably be doing cards using something from the mini catalog, just because we're limited time on those items, so I want to get some use out of them, and I want to share some ideas. The catalogs are also great for inspiration, so who knows, maybe I'll case something out of the catalog next week. I really don't know what I'm going to do. But we'll see you next Friday, 7 p.m. Mountain Time. Thanks again for watching, and have yourself a wonderful night, or wonderful weekend. Bye.